In the last lesson, we discussed about how to implement multiple pixels on the website. But here is the problem. If you come to my website, you'll probably be able to see the pixel ID. And remember, your pixel and my pixel, both codes will be same, except the ID will change. So it was a big problem back in those days, maybe 5 years and 4 years ahead, in the past, right? So what people used to do is they used to take my tracking code, Google Analytics tracking code, or Facebook pixel ID, and put it on websites which don't belong to me. See, I'm very, very particular with my tracking with Facebook Pixel or analytics data because I capture only those actions or events that I think is important, will add value to my remarketing campaigns, right? So when I'm after collecting samples of different events that people perform on the site, but a lot of competitors, what they do is they copy my ID and place it on some other site, right? So whenever people go to those sites also, that data will eventually come to my bucket, my custom audiences. That means somehow when I'm targeting those custom audiences, I'm targeting those people who did not even visit my site, right? So people are in my bucket who eventually did not even come to my site because my pixel is placed on some other website, right? So that's when Google and Facebook have come up with their own solutions. In Google Analytics, you have something called exclusions. You can exclude a particular host name. So if a traffic is coming to your analytics property from a domain which is not your domain, then you can simply block it, and Google Analytics will not report it or not process that data. But in Facebook, you don't have such option, but you have another alternative solution. So let me show you that. You see, if I go to Pixel, I want to show you, right? You go to Pixel, then you have something called settings. Now if you go to settings, he says use a block list or an allow list to control if domains are allowed to send Facebook events through your Pixel. You can simply copy my Pixel and paste it on some other site. Imagine, I'm collecting very, qualified data, amazing data, and you're trying to spam that data by sending, people who did not even visit my site. How to do that? By placing my pixel on some other site, right? So when people go to their website, their data or those people will eventually get captured in my custom audiences, thus trying to play spoil sport with my custom audiences, which will eventually affect my ROS and increase my CPA, right? So for that, Facebook introduced this. So what I can do is I can only allow those domains that I approve to send data to my property, which is pixel. You see, create an allow list. When I click on that, you see measure market is one domain which is sending the data. Growth.measure market is sending the data because both this domain and subdomain have the same pixel. But there's one other site called online reviews. If you remember in my previous videos, I was using the same pixel and Facebook is showing me, hey, this website is also sending data to this pixel. Are you sure? Is this your account or your website? You see, there's something called Puja Nidhi, Golgappa, and all those things. So what I can do is I don't want anybody to send data to this particular pixel apart from my particular domain. So in that case, what I can do is I can simply go click on allow list. When I click on allow list, only traffic or only events or page views or any other custom event that is being sent from this particular domain to this pixel will be captured by Facebook, and any other domain trying to send me any other data, right, Facebook will not take that. So you'll not find such data here. So this way you can keep your custom audience and the pixel data secure, and this is one important thing that you have to keep in mind when you're working with multiple pixels or people try to play spoil sport like most of the competitors do in some industries, right? And thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.